Today's video is going to be about goals for the upcoming school year. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and for those of you who are new, welcome. I'm Stacey. My channel here is all about being a wife, a mom to 4 young boys, homeschool, and living overseas. So this video is in collaboration with other homeschool moms who are going to be sharing their goals for this upcoming homeschool year. The collab is hosted by Ashley from Joyful Noise Learning, so be sure to check out her YouTube channel. She has her Instagram page too. She shares lots of Charlotte Mason inspired homeschool, biblically based. So I will have the playlist linked down below in the description box, so you can click on that if you want to go and check out those videos. I'm sure you get lots of encouragement and ideas for your homeschool year too. I spent some time praying and talking to my husband, processing with him about and thinking about goals for this upcoming homeschool year, and we came up with 4 main goals, and I have a little bit of subcategories under some of them, but I'll go through and explain them to you guys. Hopefully they'll give you some inspiration and ideas for your homeschool year. So my very first goal is peace in your heart, or peace in my heart. That is my main goal. I wrote it on my plaque and have it sitting right here in the desk in my schoolroom. That way I can remind myself every day. So the first goal was all about the gospel, reminding myself of the gospel, reminding my kids of the gospel and what Christ has already done for me. And that really helps to take down my anxiety, remember who I am in Christ, and He is here to help me, not to condemn me. He's not here to make my burden heavier. Instead, He makes my burden lighter. So along with that, I just hope to have an atmosphere of peace. I want to be serving out of peace from my heart to my kids, and if mama's heart is in the right place to start with, I think the kids' hearts will a lot quicker be at the right place. Now, we're all human and none of us are perfect, but that is the goal, and that's what I'm praying for and asking for this year. Along with that, I have a couple things back here that I want to show you guys, and the thing for this goal, so with that one, I'm including the gospel, because we can't have peace in our hearts if we don't know who we are in Christ. And the gospel is who we are in Christ, knowing what He's done for us. And so with that, we are working on some different Bible memory. And I kind of use the idea, here on YouTube, there's a channel called Simply Charlotte Mason, and she has a Bible memory box. And you can go check out her video on her YouTube channel, and she explains it more. But this is a simplified version of it. So I have a tab in here for new Bible memory, and then also day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4. So this is for Monday through Thursday. So on Monday, we would review what's in the day 1 tab, on Tuesday, the day 2 tab, like that. So I will pull out what is in the Monday tab, and this is what we will review and work on for tomorrow. So our new Bible memory for tomorrow is we're going to start memorizing Psalms 23, and Simply Charlotte Mason has these where you can just print them out, but you also can buy them on her website. She can ship them to you. They are on index cards, so they're all ready to go in. So this one I printed out myself, but it's Psalms 23, so we're going to start working on that one tomorrow. So that's going to be our new one. But then the ones that we are going to review is 1 John 4:7, and it's only I just say it and they say it after me, like that. And then the last one, we are doing More Than Words this year with Master Books, and they have character studies mixed in. So this is the character word that we learned a little while ago, and I had the boys help draw me a picture. So this word was patience, and they drew 3 people trying to talk all at the same time, and they're supposed to have patience and remember to talk one at a time. So this was kind of a right brain flashcard where they drew a picture to go with it to help them remember what the meaning of patient is. So I'll just say the vocab word, and then they're supposed to tell me what it means, talk about it. We also wrote some synonyms down here to help us remember. So day 2, Tuesday, is going to be very similar to this. We'll do our new Bible memory plus whatever is to review in day 2. And then on Wednesday, day 3, we'll do the new Bible memory plus whatever's in there to review, and so on and so forth, like that. And this one here, it might take us a couple weeks to fully get memorized, and that's okay. This will just be our new one for a couple weeks until we move on to another one. So that's our simplified little Bible memory box. And then along with that, right over on my desk beside the plaque, I have our hymn. And right now our hymn we're working on is "Oh Love That Will Not Let Me Go." And then also with Master Books, the More Than Words Bible, they have some hymns in there too. So sometimes we'll do that hymn, sometimes we'll do the one I have on my desk here. But it's just a way to incorporate more hymns into our day and to teach my kids. So category number 2 is more hands-on learning. This coming school year, we are really focusing on our foreign language, which is Khmer. And if you guys don't know, we live in Cambodia, and the local language here is Khmer. So I hired a tutor that comes 3 days a week and is teaching my oldest 2 Khmer. It's very simplified, only 30 minutes each individually. 30 minutes each, and then that's it. So 3 days a week, and then I review with them some. So that's like hands-on learning. They can use that when they're out on the street, going to market with me, different stuff like that. And then the other part of hands-on learning is during this coming homeschool year, my husband is going to have the opportunity to help with some construction work, and it's the type that my boys will be able to go along and help with. And they've already gone several times, and they really enjoy it. And I think that's a really, really educational process for them to be involved in and to help with. And so I want to make sure that we are allowing that to happen, creating time for them to be able to go along and do that hands-on construction work with their dad. Even though they're only 7, they can learn a lot. And the last part of hands-on learning is helping with chores around the house. They can do things like making their bed and washing dishes. They've gotten a lot better at that. My oldest 2 are 7, and so washing dishes, they're still learning how to get everything clean, and sometimes I still got to help with the big things, but it is a big help with having them wash dishes. We have them on a schedule, and they know when it's their turn to wash, and it has really cut down on the arguing about whose turn it is and I don't want to and stuff. They just know that it's their turn to wash dishes, and that's just how it is. So that's been really, really helpful, and something I'm really glad I've implemented. We've been doing that for probably 2 months already, and yeah, I just want to keep doing that and maybe adding in a few more chores. I don't know, we'll see, but that's really good hands-on learning too. And another part of hands-on learning is to make our school lessons fun, and that's getting into my goal number 3, which is to just have more fun with everything that we've been through recently with COVID and all the craziness going on in the world. I think it's really important to cultivate fun into our homeschool day, into our routines, and it's something I know that I need to focus on or plan on, or I tend to just skip over that part. It takes extra energy as a mom sometimes to plan that. I'm sure some of you guys can relate. So a couple ways we do that. One is I've been doing this is in our lessons I try to make them hands-on and fun, so it's kind of mixing those goals together. But if we have sight word practice or flashcards or math facts or anything like that, I'll write them. We have a lot of tile floor here where we live, so I can use dry erase marker and just write it on the floor, and then they can hop on it. Or we have tile on our stairs. I can write them on the steps as they go up. They have to say them and jump up a step. We will write ABCs on the tile floor, and if they spell a word, they can jump from the letter to the next letter. Another thing I do is I have kinetic sand or pretzel salt, and they can write their spelling words or whatever it is in that. It makes it more fun. We also sometimes will take, like, example, our language arts or a different class and take just those books and go to a local coffee shop. There was a new one that just opened up down the street maybe 2 weeks ago, and I thought it would be fun to take the boys there. So I took all 4 of my boys, and the one is still being kind of potty trained. He still has some accidents. We got there, it's a brand new coffee shop. They have cloth seats, and we weren't there like even 5 minutes, and he just soaked himself. So the joys of having 4 young kids. So we just got our drinks to go and came back home again, and the boys still enjoyed it. They thought it was fun, but it does take a lot of energy to leave the house and go somewhere with 4 young kids. And it also can, honestly, it creates anxiety in me. So it can be something hard for me to do, but the boys really, really do enjoy it when we go. And one more huge part of having more fun is our Fun Fridays. So we did this last year, and I plan to do it again this coming year. So a couple things we do on Fridays to make it more fun is we have less school book stuff. So for example, for their math, I got Master Books Math partially because I wanted to try it out, but partially because I knew that their lessons were short. And so what I do is only on Fridays we do that math. So I have twins that are 2nd grade, so I'll give them each like 1 lesson or 2 lessons depending how simple they are. So on a given Friday we'll do 2 to 4 lessons of that math, depending if each twin does 1 or 2 lessons, depending on how simple they are. And it really gives them a self-confidence boost. They will say to each other, "Oh good, today's Friday, we get to do the easy math." And they feel really good about themselves because it seems so easy to them and they know the answers. So that's really important at this stage for them to have that self-confidence boost and be like, "I can do this." Another thing we do on Fridays to make it fun is I have 5 in a row, and in place of Bible, we do like a character study with 5 in a row, and I have the teacher's manual, and I'll pick out the book and kind of the character lesson that we can learn through that story. I also have a maze book, and they get to do 2 to 4 mazes depending on the given Friday, and they love that. They look forward to the maze, and they're always asking for more, but I say, no, we got to save some for later on the school year. And one more thing we do on Fridays to make it fun is in the afternoon, we have a homeschool playgroup that we can go and join if we want. It's not required, which helps with feeling that pressure that you have to be there, but it is just a playgroup. So if you go, it is very relaxed, and they meet at different places every Friday, and that's really fun. One more category I have under having more fun is reading more. I have some boys, some kids who love books, love a good story, and I do too. So like I talked about already, we are doing 5 in a row just on Fridays, which is literature based, and we get to have lots of different good books. By the way, if you live overseas like I do not have all the books that are under 5 in a row. I just find them on YouTube and use them that way. Which is much easier access for me. Another way we get good literature is through our history. We're doing Beautiful Feet history, really American, and that has a lot of stories in it, a lot of good books. Another way I mix literature into our day is I use Sunlight's Read Aloud list. They have a lot of age-appropriate read alouds that have been a big hit with my boys already. And I don't have all the books, I do have some of them, but with living overseas, I can't bring all the books with me, and I don't currently have access to a library here. So a couple ways is I have a few of them. I use a couple from apps, like for example LibriVox, which is a library app that you can use for free, but they don't have a lot of books on there, but there is a few. Then I also use YouTube, and occasionally I'll just buy them on Kindle if I can't find them elsewhere. And then also for my preschooler, we're doing literature-based preschool with him from Rachel from 7 and All. She created a preschool literature program, and oftentimes my older boys end up in here with him also just listening to the story, so that's fun. And I forgot actually one more way that I try to keep it fun for my kids. This I got idea from another mom, but so this is their language arts book. And in the index, I guess, table of contents is what you call it. So I highlighted like at the end of each unit, and I wrote celebrate, and like here I wrote celebrate. So what we do is we are marking little check marks as we do the lessons. I don't know if you can see that or not. Little check marks as we do the lessons, and when we get down here to celebrate, then the child who this book is, they get to pick what we do. And it can be like an experience, like we go somewhere. It can be we take our books and go to school at a coffee shop. It could be we go swimming, or it could just be that they get like $1 and go to the local corner store down here and pick a toy or a snack that they want. So they get to pick what it is, and of course I have to approve it, but yeah. So here's the other ones, and at the very end, of course, when we finish the book, we do something to celebrate as well. So we do that for their math and their language arts. I also write up here on the board what they have to do for that day and then check mark it off as we do it. Last year I did not do this, and if they would get done with their work early, I would be like, oh here, let's do this yet. Oh here, let's do that yet. And it seemed like no matter how hard or fast they worked, that mom just was never done. She'd just give them more to do until it was like noon or whatever. So this year I decided that I don't want it to be like that. I want them to have incentive to work hard, to do a good job, but to get done too. So I write it up there, and even if they get done early, we get everything done, I don't give them anything else to do. That's it, we're done for the day. So that's been really good too, for that visual reminder for them and for me, and to know where the line is when we're done. Okay, and then my goal number 4 is goals for mom. So I use my planner. I made this myself, watercolor painted it, and bind it with a Pro Clip binder, and I'm going to show you inside just a little bit. All right, so here's my homeschool planner that I made on Excel. My husband helped me a little bit, but I just want to show you a couple of the tabs I have. So the first tab I want to show you guys is attendance. Now I don't have any laws here where I live that have to have a certain days. But I do have an attendance tracker. I like to just mark them off, and I like to just roughly know I'm getting around 180 days in a school year. I also write down field trips. Okay, the next tab I want to show you guys is curriculum at a glance, and I just went through, for example, here's our math. And here's our language arts, and I just went through, like we have 124 lessons, and I divided in half. That way at a glance I can see roughly if I know we're halfway through the school year, are we halfway done with math, are we way behind or way ahead, so I know how hard to hit it. And I did that with various other subjects. All right, the next tab I'll show you guys is checklist. And I got this idea from Timberdoodle, but I did my own edition of it. I wrote like this is preschool stuff, Bible stuff, morning basket stuff, math, language arts. And these things down here then are loop things. We don't do them every day. But having gray like over here, for example, our Bible, we want to do every day, including 5 in a row on Friday. Our morning basket, I just aim to do 3 times a day, so I have that in gray. And then I can check mark it off if we got it done, and if not, it's okay. It's just this is a quick way for me to be able to keep myself accountable. All right, the last tab we're going to turn to is goals. And this is like goals for mom. So I just wrote like 3 priorities, something I'm thankful for, prayer, some like mental health stuff. And these things up here, I don't necessarily have to do every day, but the more I can do of them, the better. Like getting sunshine, going on a walk, getting up early, stuff like that. doing something for someone outside my family, and then looking for a promise or hug from God for me today. A friend encouraged me to write this one down. So I have them for Monday through Saturday. And then I also have a tab for menus. So that is my goals for mom, including like the mental health checklist for me, which has been really, really helpful so far. Been using it for a couple weeks already. If you enjoyed this video, remember to give it a thumbs up and leave a comment down below letting me know what your goals are for this year. I would love to hear. Also remember to subscribe if you haven't yet. And thank you guys for watching. I think that's all I have. Bye.